In life, things don't always go as planned. Whether it's unmet expectations at work, in relationships, or personal goals, we often find ourselves facing setbacks, disappointments, and uncertainty. The gap between expectations and reality can trigger frustration, self-doubt, and even despair. How can we remain calm and resilient when life doesn't unfold the way we imagined it would? Epictetus offers a powerful Stoic perspective when he says, "No great thing is created suddenly." This thought challenges us to accept that life's journey is a process, full of ups and downs. Instead of reacting with frustration or despair, Stoicism teaches us to approach setbacks with calm acceptance and to stay focused on what we can control. In this video, we'll explore how Stoic principles can help us respond to life's unexpected challenges with resilience, patience, and peace of mind. Epictetus offers us this timeless wisdom. No great thing is created suddenly. This simple, yet profound quote from Epictetus teaches us the great things, whether they're personal achievements, relationships, or goals, do not come about immediately or without effort. Success, in any form, takes time, persistence, and patience. When life doesn't go as planned, we often feel frustrated because we expect immediate results or instant gratification. But Stoicism encourages us to view life as challenges as part of a longer process, a journey of growth and development. Instead of getting upset or discouraged by setbacks, Epictetus reminds us to accept them as natural steps in the path to creating something meaningful. Epictetus says insight, "No great thing is created suddenly," provides profound wisdom for dealing with the inevitable setbacks and disappointments we face in life. In a world that often promotes instant gratification, we are conditioned to expect quick results and immediate success. Whether in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we believe that if we work hard enough, success should come swiftly. But when things don't go as planned, frustration, self-doubt, and even despair often take over. Stoicism teaches us that these challenges are not failures, but part of the process of creating something great. The Stoic path encourages us to embrace the journey, with all its unpredictability and delays, instead of fixating on how things should have been. Self-doubt rises when we fail to accept that growth takes time and that setbacks are natural, part of the learning process. Stoicism teaches us that our response to life as challenges determines our emotional resilience and our ability to stay calm and focused in the face of adversity. The struggle with unmet expectations. We all have expectations about how things should go. Whether it's a career milestone, a relationship goal, or a personal project, we picture success in our minds, and when reality doesn't match that picture, we can feel disappointed and disheartened. These unmet expectations often trigger frustration and self-doubt. We wonder, why isn't this working out? Or why am I not where I thought I'd be by now? But the Stoics remind us that life is rarely a straight line. Success, meaning, growth are not instantaneous, and setbacks are simply part of the process. In fact, these obstacles often become the most powerful opportunities for growth. Rather than letting unmet expectations crush our spirit, Stoicism teaches us to view them as chances for learning, adaptation, and long-term growth. Stoic strategies for staying calm amidst unmet expectations accept the process. Epictetus reminds us that great things take time. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the idea that success is a journey, not a destination. When things don't go as planned, instead of feeling frustrated, we focus on the process, taking small, consistent steps forward, even when results aren't immediate. Patience is key. The more we accept that things take time, the more we can free ourselves from the anxiety of immediate results and focus on our long-term growth. Focus on what you can control. In Stoicism, we learn to focus only on what is within our control. While we cannot control external events, other people's actions, or the outcomes of our efforts, we can control our actions and our responses. When things don't go as planned, the Stoic path encourages us to focus on how we react. Instead of sinking into frustration, we can choose how to respond, with patience, determination, and grace. This shift in focus helps us regain clarity and calm in difficult times. Reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth. One of the most powerful Stoic tools for coping with disappointment is reframing setbacks as opportunities to grow. Instead of seeing failure or delay as a sign of defeat, we can view them as chances to learn and build resilience. Stoics believed that true growth comes from facing adversity and learning from our mistakes. By reframing setbacks as valuable lessons, we can stay grounded and focus on progress, rather than feeling defeated. Trust in your own ability to adapt. Self-doubt often rises when things don't go as planned, and we start to question our abilities. Stoicism teaches us that we have the inner strength to adapt to changing circumstances. The Stoics believed that virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is something we can cultivate at any time. By trusting in our ability to respond with virtue, we can approach challenges with confidence, knowing that we have the resources within us to handle whatever comes our way. Practice reflection and self-compassion. Self-reflection is a core Stoic practice, and it's especially helpful when dealing with unmet expectations. At the end of each day, the Stoics would ask themselves, did I live according to my values? Did I respond to challenges with wisdom and patience? Practicing self-reflection helps us gain perspective on our actions and the progress we're making, rather than focusing solely on the gap between where we are and where we thought we should be. Self-compassion also plays a crucial role. Instead of beating ourselves up for not meeting expectations, we can be kind to ourselves and accept that we are constantly learning and growing. The peace of acceptance, the peace that comes from accepting life's uncertainty and delays, is profound. When we stop expecting immediate results and learn to embrace the process, we find calm even in the midst of uncertainty. Stoicism teaches that patience and perseverance are the keys to inner peace and lasting success. When we accept setbacks as part of the journey, we free ourselves from the tyranny of unmet expectations and open ourselves to the possibility of growth. By practicing Stoic resilience, we can stay focused on what truly matters, our values, our goals, and our long-term vision, rather than being caught in the frustration of the moment. In this way, we can face whatever challenges life presents with calm, clarity, and purpose. In today's world, unmet expectations are an all-too-common experience. Whether it's careers that don't follow the planned trajectory, relationships that don't turn out the way we hoped, or personal goals that feel out of reach, we are constantly faced with situations that don't align with our idealized versions of the future. The disappointment that comes with unmet expectations can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and even despair. It feels like we're stuck in a cycle where things aren't going as planned. This only increases the anxiety about what comes next. But Stoicism teaches us that the source of suffering is not the fact that things don't go as planned, but our reaction to it. Instead of resisting the uncertainty of life or getting caught up in frustration, the Stoics encourage us to accept what happens, to see it as a part of our journey, and to choose how we respond. Epictetus wisely said, "No great thing is created suddenly." This powerful thought reminds us that greatness and meaning are not immediate. They take time, effort, and persistence. When things don't go as planned, we often want to quit or get frustrated because the progress isn't immediate. Stoicism helps us shift our perspective. Instead of seeing setbacks as failure, we can see them as part of the process of growth and long-term success. The paralyzing effect of unmet expectations. It's easy to become paralyzed by unmet expectations. We feel as though we've failed or are falling behind in some way. We have a vision of how things should go, and when reality doesn't align with that, it can create a feeling of disconnection and dissatisfaction, whether it's career disappointments, broken relationships, or personal goals that seem out of reach. These unmet expectations can trigger feelings of self-doubt. We often wonder, am I doing something wrong? Or why is it taking so long to reach my goals? Stoicism teaches us that life is unpredictable. It's not about achieving perfection or having a flawless plan. It's about learning to act according to virtue in the face of uncertainty, and understanding that growth and success are processes that take time and patience. When we meet setbacks with the belief that great things take time, we can release the need for instant results and focus on sustained progress. Stoic practices for coping with unmet expectations shift focus from the outcome to the process. The Stoics believed that success is found in the process, instead of getting caught up in the end goal. We should focus on the daily actions that align with our values and bring us closer to our purpose. When we encounter setbacks, we can shift our attention from the disappointment of unmet expectations to the steps we can take. Today, progress is made through consistent action, not through waiting for the perfect moment. Embrace setbacks as opportunities for growth. Setbacks are inevitable, but they are also an opportunity for learning and self-improvement. Instead of viewing failure or disappointment as a sign of defeat, we can choose to view it as an opportunity to grow. The Stoics didn't expect an easy path. They expected challenges, and they saw these challenges as opportunities to build resilience. When we reframe setbacks as learning experiences, we free ourselves from the grip of self-doubt and frustration, practice patience and perseverance. Patience is a key Stoic virtue. The Stoics understood that good things take time. They embraced the slow, steady work of personal development and progress. When faced with unmet expectations, the Stoic response is to stay focused on the long term and trust the process. Instead of becoming frustrated with how long things take, we can practice patience, knowing that each small step is part of a larger journey. Perseverance, rooted in virtue, is the antidote to frustration. Reflect on what you can control. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the idea that we can control our responses, but not the outcomes. Unmet expectations often rise when we focus on what is outside our control, the actions of others, the timing of success, or even random events. The Stoic mindset teaches us to focus on our own actions and our own decisions. By letting go of the need to control the outcome and focusing on what we can influence, we reduce anxiety and regain clarity. Embrace the present moment. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to live in the present moment and to focus on what was right in front of him, rather than worrying about the future. In times of unmet expectations, we can get so caught up in what we don't have or what we want to achieve that we forget to appreciate the present. By focusing on what we can do today and embracing the process, we reduce the anxiety that comes from future uncertainties and disappointment. The peace of acceptance, the peace that comes from accepting unmet expectations, is powerful. Stoicism teaches that peace of mind isn't about controlling everything or achieving perfection. It's about accepting life as it is, with all its imperfections and uncertainties. When we stop resisting setbacks and start viewing them as part of the process of growth, we find peace in knowing that we are always moving forward, even if it's not in the direction we initially expected. By practicing Stoic resilience and focusing on the present moment, we build emotional strength to face uncertainty and disappointment with calmness and clarity. The path to success isn't linear, but when we embrace each moment with patience, virtue, and purpose, we can handle unmet expectations with peace and confidence. As we wrap up today's discussion on coping with unmet expectations, remember that life is full of uncertainties and delays. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. The Stoic path teaches us that success and growth are processes that take time and effort. Unmet expectations are not a sign of failure, but a natural part of life's journey. And how we respond to them is what truly matters. By embracing setbacks, practicing patience, and focusing on what we can control, we can navigate the challenges that come with unmet expectations without losing our peace. The Stoic mindset helps us shift from frustration to resilience, allowing us to move forward with confidence and clarity, no matter what life throws our way. So, the next time you face disappointment or uncertainty, remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. Trust the process, focus on your values, and take each step with purpose and patience. Thank you for joining us today. If this video resonated with you, subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit from learning how to stay calm and resilient when life doesn't go as planned. Together, let's walk the Stoic path of resilience, clarity, and meaningful progress.